see when we're live. Alright, I think we are live. I just got into the Madden franchise, so now we got to put this into the Discord, and then we shall be good for the stream. And the second off season will be kicking off in just a moment. Let me just put in... Alright, franchise has been updated to the latest version. Awesome. Alright. So let's put this into the Discord, and then... So... Rispy, welcome to the stream, my friend. We're just putting this into the Discord. I'm just going to put this into the new videos, and then we will... Alright. So just give me 1 second, and then we'll be kicking this thing off. Alright. So we should be good in just a little bit. I just gotta put one more, and then... Right, we should be good. Alright, so, last episode we left off on winning the Super Bowl. So obviously this episode we're going to be building off upon that, so... Looks like... Anthony, welcome to the stream, my friend. We're going to be doing the Season 2 off-season stream of Madden. So I think one of the things we need to focus on is obviously building from within. So let's check out yearly rewards before we start anything. So MVP went to Todd Gurley, Patrick Mahomes in second. Any Jaguars? It doesn't look like it. Sam Darnold up there at 7 with the 7-9 Jets. Coach of the Year went to us as Maurice Jones-Drew led this team to the Super Bowl. So that makes pretty good sense. Take a look at the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. It's going to go to Patrick Mahomes. Sam Darnold in second. Any Jaguars? None. All right. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Todd Gurley. Aaron Rodgers up there with the 6-10 Packers. Any Jags? All right. Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC is going to go to Eric Kendricks. Jakester TV, welcome to the stream, my friend. Anthony, you have a question since I play Madden all the time. They improve the glitches within the trading system and the franchise mode to prevent you from overpaying for players. Or if you're asking that with trades, then do I play all Madden or all Pro? I play all Pro, but I might switch to all Madden. But if you're asking me, though, Anthony, if I do it on, if I do it on, hold on, I'll subscribe to you, by the way, Jakester, because I've seen you do some Jets franchise, so there you go. But anyways, if you're talking about free agency, I think they might have. You play all Pro, so it's 2, it's fine, all right. Yeah, no problem. All right, so Darren Lee is in 10th, but Eric Kendricks wins it. AFC Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to Miles Jack. All right, so Miles Jack will win a reward. So we at least get one reward. C.J. Mosley up there. I'd like to see that as a Jets fan. Am I on PS4? No, I'm on Xbox One. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Mikael Mendenhall, the leader of this team that led the Jags to the Super Bowl. Jonathan Taylor, anyone else? Johnny Adams McKinney and Damian Drip both at 4 and 5. And that's it. We got to check out. Let me clarify what I mean. Did they fix the glitch in the trading system where you have to be forced to overpay for players by giving up a ton of draft picks in franchise mode? I don't think so. They probably haven't, but I'm not sure. Jaguars need another linebacker, though. Yeah. Well, we have some linebackers, but if you're talking in real life, yeah. Offensive Rookie of the Year for the NFC is going to go to Eno Benjamin. Any others? Nothing. And apparently, CeeDee Lamb is a 69 overall. Nice. Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go David Woodward of the 8-8 Bears. All right, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Shaquille Quarterman. Isaiah Simmons in second. Any others? Lavert Hill had a great year for us as just an unexpected player. Mark Windsor, great player this season. I had a lot of fun. I kind of wish they had Blake Bortles. He is underrated and good at a starting job. As much I feel like, though, also Nick Foles was overrated and was a bust. I think they paid way too much for Nick Foles. And then, obviously, Blake Bortles has had he had a really good year in 2017. But other than that, he's really hasn't been all that great. Like, last year, he didn't really play all that well. Take a look at the team. Mikael Mendenhall, quarterback, Leonard Fournette, Austin Eckler, Alex Collins, and then we also have DeAndre Swift. One of those running backs are going to be leaving this offseason. A couple of these running backs are going to be leaving. You'll see in a minute, or you'll see probably later in this stream. Damian Drip and Johnny McKinney at receiver, along with N'Keal Harry. I don't know what I'm going to do with receiver. Do I have to be online to be able to use the custom draft classes? No. You just need to make sure that you're connected to the internet, and then you can do an offline franchise. Offensive line, Jason Peters, Brandon Linder. So those are two really good ones, but I don't think Jason Peters is going to stay for that long. Do I think Teddy Bridgewater will get a starting job, or is he going to stay with the Saints? Personally, I can see him getting a starting job. There are teams that need a quarterback right now, so maybe Bridgewater can get a starting job. Brandon Linder at left guard obviously works out well. Tyler Biadasz, great center. Damian Lewis, a great guy that we got in last year's draft. And then Andrew Thomas at a 78 overall. He's a free agent. He could. It's Eclipse. Welcome to the stream, my friend. We're just about starting the offseason, but we're going through the team. Andrew Thomas, he didn't really have... I feel like he did pretty bad in some of the games, but it's just his rookie year. How do I download the custom draft classes in franchise mode? I try to do that, but it gives me a message saying that you have to have a PlayStation Plus account to be able to use those. Oh, then you may have to make a PlayStation account. All right. Defensively, Taven Bryan has had pretty good games for a while since the Bears game. Mike Donna, 75 overall superstar development. Yannick Ngakoue at an 88. Corners, I really like. What positions do I need? I don't know what I really need. I feel like I need defensive tackle. Offensively, like the stream, thank you so much. Offensively, maybe a right guard and a left tackle since Jason Peters. I have no idea if he'll retire or not. I will put in the Discord link as well. Get Kenny Clark? Maybe. I don't know how realistic that will be because I'm trying to keep this a bit realistic. But we'll see what happens. I have a lot of draft picks, so I can definitely do so because I made some trades last offseason and also during the draft. All right. So, join the Discord. All right, so we're going to sim to the offseason. The first, all right, so Solar Eclipse, you have joined. So let me give you your role real quick. Active and loyal in Sports Peeps. And there you go. All right, so any retirement, we're going to check retirements real quickly. Patrick Robinson retires after 11 seasons. Aqib Talib, Al Woods, Adam Vinatieri finally retires. Deshaun Jackson, Marshall Yanda, that's a big one. Tom Brady retires. May happen in real life, possibly. By any chance, are you going to be doing a mock draft for the 2020 NFL draft? Yes. I've already done one, but I'm going to be doing another one once the offseason starts. But I'll be doing some more in the future. Other players, there's Jimmy Graham, Mason Crosby, Alex Mack, Devin McCourty, Demar Dotson, Malcolm Smith. Wasn't Malcolm Smith Super Bowl MVP when the Seahawks won it? You got to make a mock draft too, been too lazy. They take a while to do, but then I feel like they're fun to do. All right, so Vernon Hargreaves could be someone we bring in. Janoris Jenkins. All right. So it doesn't look like Jason Peters retired, which is kind of surprising in my opinion because he's down to his 77 overall. Do we decide to keep him or do we decide to maybe improve at some positions? Defensively, we have no skill points. All right, so defensively though, I think no one got a skill point, which kind of sucks. But we're gonna upgrade the players. You have a question: if I were an NFL general manager, would I draft Tua Tagovailoa with his injury history, or do you pass on him? Here's the thing with that. As much as I like Tua, he has a lot of talent. I'm going to zoom out because it is... There we go. I don't know, I might have to fix some stuff up. But, I would say maybe draft Tua, but, I don't know how much that injury kind of is scary and it hurts his stock. So maybe. Alright, so we're going to just auto upgrade everyone. But yeah, Justin Herbert isn't a bad option either. All right, re-signings. John Pincini, I don't think I'm going to bring him back. Leonard Fournette is a big one. He's an 83 overall. He has star, and he had a really good Super Bowl game, and he's wanting a cheap contract. I am definitely willing to give him this contract. Will he resign? And he will, so we're going to be bringing him back. Next is Alex Collins. As much as I want to bring him back, I don't want to bring him back for 3 years. I'd rather get someone for 1 year who probably will be better. Jonnu Smith, 77 overall with star development. I'm definitely going to bring him back. I think Justin Herbert will go to the Chargers, though. That makes some sense. Alright, franchise tag him. Jason Peters is down to a 74 overall without confidence. I think we got to let him go. Especially for $7 million. I don't mind getting a good left tackle. Rashard Higgins, he is hurt. As much as I want to bring him back, I play well with him, but I don't think I want to bring him back while he's injured. What is my prediction for running backs and free agency is... do I think any of them are going to get 4 or 5 year 5 years? I don't know who the running backs are this offseason, so I'll have to look at them. Watch Perry be the next Jaguars coach in real life. I mean, Madden's a bit more, it's a lot easier than, hold on. Wait. It's a lot easier than real life. You got a PC. Once you get a PC, you're going to make a Sunday sports podcast. Nice. Let Jason Peters go. It's probably what I'll end up doing. Be fun to watch if you would love it. All right. Terrell Pryor's not wanting to stay. I think we're gonna bring him back in free agency. Nick O'Leary, I may bring back as well, but I may just let him walk. Yeah, CJ Revis also. You know what? CJ Revis, as much as he's a low overall, he also helped us win some games. He got a pick 6 in the playoffs. Who do I got tomorrow? Chiefs or Titans? This may be controversial, but I think the Titans could definitely win the game. I think it's anyone's game. Top running backs for free agents are Melvin Gordon and Derrick Henry. I could see Melvin Gordon leaving and Derrick Henry staying. Chiefs all day. As much as I want to say KC, I think it's just more of like what happened. I feel the Titans are the more hot team right now. Sorry about that, Jakester. I just think, but it could change. I'm just saying, I think, all right, let's get into the offseason, though. But you know Mahomes, Mahomes is a beast. Arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So we have $62 million of cap room. And there's Trent Williams as a free agent. Do we go after Trent Williams? Brandon Brooks is a free agent. At $10.5 million for 1 year, we get a really good right guard. Deshaun Watson is a free agent. Samsung Ibukam is a free agent. Anyone else that's really intriguing? Andrew Whitworth. I mean, we could bring him back as that Jason Peters replacement. There's a really interesting guys. Calais Campbell. He did retire because when I did this, you're cleaning your house so you won't be on for a while. All right. Do I think the Titans will re-sign Ryan Tannehill? Yes. I think they'll re-sign him, especially with the way they've been doing it. Calais Campbell, he retired, so it ruined it. Or I had a save file before this, and right after the season 1 off season, Calais Campbell retired, but then Madden just lost it, and then when I did a new one, Calais Campbell was a free agent. So, we're not going to bring him back. Phillip Rivers is pretty good. That you got I did not see that just yet, Jakester. I'll have to check that out later after the stream. Who else is here? Mitchell Trubisky, Vernon Hargraves. Why would he want to leave for Miami when he's a future star? I don't think he's a future star, but I think he's a really solid quarterback. And he has proven that this year. He has proven a lot of people wrong. Alright, so I think we've got enough of looking at... I guess we should go more on what should we look at. First off, getting a right guard. If we can get if we can get Trent Williams and Brandon Brooks in the same offseason, that would be a steal. We would have a really good left tackle. And then if we draft it, we can get a right guard. And then we have a perfect offensive line. And then obviously we need a tight end. Will I use Byleth? No. Probably not. It's not. He is older too, and he had decent years, but this year is definitely the best. Welcome to the stream, Crizzy the King. First time seeing my stream as well as my videos. Are you doing this from your TV? Yeah. I am recording this with my iPad and it's off my TV. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel as well. Alright, so AJ Boye went down to an 86. Use OBS. I've been trying to figure out Streamlabs OBS settings, then it doesn't glitch. But once I figure those out, then I'll be good. I gotta figure that out, and yeah. Other than that, Josh Allen is an 86 overall right now. Alright, so I think mainly we gotta go for a defensive tackle, but I might draft one. Offensively, I think I know what I'm going to do. So let's sign some free agents. But I do have to make some trades probably for some picks. So Trent Williams is interesting. $29.8 million for 2 seasons. He's a 93 overall. Most likely will go down to like an 86 next year. So we're going to have a really good left tackle for the next 2 seasons. Brandon Brooks is another intriguing option, and I can underpay him of what he wants. So I think we're going to first offer Brandon Brooks. I think this is realistic, or I think this is going to help out the team a lot. So I think this contract may make sense. All right. We're going to underpay him a bit more. We're going to try to save as much money as possible. Maybe go 5.5 as their salary. 79 points, I'll take it. Where's Tom Brady? He just retired. Who's my QB? It is a creative player. His name is Mikael Mendenhall, and he led the team. Sean Watson's a free agent. If I didn't have a quarterback, I'd definitely go for Watson. Harry, in my opinion, do I think in order to draft a corner safety in the top 10, have to be Ed Reed. Yeah. It says, is the Jags my favorite team? The Jags are not my favorite team. My favorite team is the New York Jets. And where's the Obamacare guy you made? He's in the draft. He's a prospect. So Brandon Brooks, I think, you know what? 79 points, I'll take it. Under 10 mil for an 88 overall right guard is perfect. James White, I don't want to pay that kind of money, though, for a backup. If I do, Michael Brockers, no. Malcolm Jenkins, no. Calais Campbell, I'm sorry for your loss. It's tough being a Jets fan. We haven't made the playoffs since 2010, or the 2010-2011 season. But hopefully we can make it next year, and I was really hoping that we could. But everything that could have gone wrong, or had to go wrong, or any stuff that had to go wrong in order for our season to go wrong, went wrong. Do I think the Jets will eventually realize is not the franchise quarterback and will draft a new one next year? No. Sam Darnold's the GOAT. He's staying on this team. He's the future of this team. Mark Ingram could be intriguing. Mitchell Trubisky, $91 million. Do I download? I will download classes, and then my subscribers will be able to create players. I will put a Discord link, which is where I have people who want to make them, or who want to make the rookies. They are more than welcome to. You should have done a Jets franchise. I did one for Madden 19. If I didn't, I would have definitely done one this year. Do I think the Lions will ever make a Super Bowl? I think eventually it will happen, but not anytime soon. They have a lot of building blocks they have a lot of steps they have to do in the rebuild process. Stafford is not the answer. Anyone else? J.C. Jackson could be intriguing. All right, I think we're going to make some trades. I want to make a couple trades for maybe picks. All right, first things first. The reason why I say that is because there's rumors that with the NFL that NFLs might want to draft his own quarterback and possibly trade Sam Darnold. I don't want that to happen. So hopefully that doesn't. All right, first guy on the list I want to trade is Austin Eckler. He's on another 4 years, and the way he played, I don't see why. I don't think he was really worth it. So we're going to try to find a team that's in the green. So there's the Chiefs. There's the Eagles. Who do the Eagles have? Okay, this could make sense. And then obviously, who do the Chiefs have? All right. I think it's more realistic we trade with the Chiefs. And I'd say I'm going to pick up a second-round pick next year. Let's see if that happens. I feel like he's worth a second next year. All right, so do you guys think this is realistic? Yes or no in the chat. No, you don't think it's realistic? Oh. Here you have a question. What is your reaction to Adam Gaze's introductory interview? Hunter said he's worth a 1 second and a third. I don't think he's worth that much. I think he's worth a second-round pick next year. I think this is fair for both teams. They're getting a running back. We're getting picks for next season. So we're going to do this. Austin Eckler is going to be sent to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 2022 second-round pick, the 64th pick, so now we have a running back, or now they have their running back, so now another player wanted to trade. Is there anyone else? Oh, yeah, I know who I'm going to trade. Mike Hughes. I acquired him in the trade deadline in the first season, and he hasn't really developed all that much. This could go really bad or it can go really well. So we're going to try and see. There's going to be a couple teams that are interested. There are the Colts that could need a corner. Let's see if they have much. There's Kenny Moore. I don't think this is really they would want to do that. Can I please finish reading and answering my comment? Yeah. Do I have... Okay. What is my reaction on the Adam Gase introductory interview for the Jets? He probably wasn't high, but I mean, I don't really like him as the Jets head coach. Like, I think he's okay, but he's not great. That's just my opinion on him. Anyone? Okay, I don't think the Falcons would do that. All right, hold on. Let me do something real quick. All right, there you go. Okay, what about the 49ers? Do the 49ers need a corner? They do. I think Mike Hughes, personally, is worth a third-round pick next year. So we're going to be doing this. So Mike Hughes, for a third-round pick, we're not really saving much cap space, but we're also getting rid of a player that I don't really want on this team. I've thought about keeping him for a while, but I'm going to trade him now so I can get some nice value out of him. All right. So I think that's all who I wanted to trade. So now we have a bit more cap space to be able to make some more moves. You got them later. You might pre-record more. Nice. So we're gonna need to bring in a tight end. So let's do that real quickly. Or we're gonna try sign 2 tight ends. All right. So we're gonna sign. There's Jared Cook. Crazy King, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. All right. There's Nick Boyle. There's Jake Butt, the former Michigan Wolverine. Jared Cook is 34, apparently. Am I a wrestling fan? I'm not really the biggest wrestling fan. But if I had the chance to put any wrestler on the Jets roster on defense or offense, who would it be? I'm not really the biggest wrestling fan, so I can't really answer that question. Yeah, Jared Cook is... Alright, so we're bringing Terrell Pryor. If Terrell Pryor has been such a big part of this offense that we can even give him... Can we give him less than... Oh, no. Alright, that seems fair. Alright, we're getting on a cheap contract, and he is such a focal point of this offense. And then I want to bring in one more tight end, but I don't know if I want to bring in someone else. What was the kid telling you earlier when he had your phone? Were you trying to get it from his pockets? That's what I was trying to do. All right. Is there anyone else I want to bring in? Anyone who's decent down here? Jordan Leggett? I might want to bring him in. I think I like him more. Catching traffic. Mets or Yankees? Nets or Knicks? If you're talking about rivalries, I'd say Mets and Yankees. But Red Sox and Yankees are a bigger rivalry, I feel. Especially right now. Alright, so I think Leggett might be the guy we get. 82 catching. What about Nick O'Leary? I know Nick O'Leary has had sort of some good games. 84 catching, 77. I think I'm going to go with Leggett just because of the fact he's a former Jet. Or he's a New York Jet, so we'll give him that contract. If it doesn't work out, we get Nick O'Leary. Lee Smith has... Who are my favorite teams? Oh, okay. I am a New York Jets fan for football, for the NFL. I'm a Michigan State fan for NCAA for both college basketball and college football. Baseball, I'm a Tigers fan. Basketball, I am a Pistons fan. And NHL, I am a Red Wings fan. All right, left tackle. Does it make... I don't know if I want to bring in Whitworth or Trent Williams. I think I'm going to offer Williams. If it doesn't work out, then 2 years. You know what? I think... All right, we're going to have to give him quite a bit of money for that. But he is Trent Williams. Let's see how much this goes. 5 points. All right, we're going to have to pay a lot to bring in Trent Williams. But if this works out, awesome. It's not worth it, though. I'd rather bring in, like, Whitworth. How much would Whitworth want? Yeah, I could probably bring in Whitworth. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. 10.8, 83 points. I can offer less. I don't mind because he's the same overall, basically, as Jason Peters last year. So we're getting pretty much the same guy. And for only 1 year. So if it doesn't work out. Left guard. We don't need a left guard. We have Brandon Linder, which I thought about trading. But then I decided to just keep him. When will be the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream? Probably later tonight. I don't really see any others I want to bring in. Maybe some depth later after I make some signings. Tyler Baez. Nothing here. Right guard. Want to bring in Brandon Brooks. I know Damian Lewis is young and has potential, but he only has normal development. I'd rather have a good offensive line. Ron Leary is the next best one. Right tackle. Obviously, we're going to bring Andrew Thomas there. How did I become a Jets fan if I'm a Tigers? Well, you've been a Rangers fan for hockey. The reason why I'm a New York Jets fan. Thoughts on the Cowboys' new head coach as well as the Panthers' new head coach? My thoughts on them. Who did the Cowboys sign? Hold on. Didn't the Cowboys get... Because I know they... Who did they get? They got Mike McCarthy. Okay. 1 year removed from the head coach. And the Panthers... Didn't Panthers get, like, Jim Gruden or something? Who'd they get? I think it's, like... I know it's not John Gruden, but then didn't they get the former Redskins head coach or Panthers head coach? I'm pretty sure that's who they got, but I want to make sure. They got Matt Rule. That's a really good sign. That's a really good signing. I think he can become a really good head coach. Yeah, so I think those are both. I think the Matt Rule hiring is better than the Mike McCarthy. I just don't see Mike McCarthy being pretty good. Matt Rule from Baylor. He's led some good He's rebuilt some good or bad teams to good teams, like he did with Baylor just last year. So I think he can succeed in the NFL, and I think this is going to be a good signing or hiring for the Panthers. Anyone else okay. And the Panthers got LSU offensive coordinator. That's a really good one. Their offense was great, especially in the first round of the playoffs. Joe Burrow had a great game. So I think that's both really good signings. Two really, really good coaches. I don't want to bring in anyone for right end. Left outside linebacker, maybe bring in some depth. We'll bring in anyone good on here? Devon Kennard. Cheap contract, maybe less than 1.5. All right, we'll offer that. Middle linebacker, anyone that I want to bring in. There is Joe Giles Harris, but I would like to bring in someone else. Maybe Kevin Pierre-Louis. We'll offer him a 1 year deal. It's pretty bad. That's not a bad contract there. Outside linebackers. The new NFL team is the Spiral Kazoors. No. Demario Davis. What do you want? Why does Markel Lee want so much? That makes no sense. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, maybe. Jason Pierre-Paul. You know what? I'm going to bring him in. How did I become a Jets fan? Oh, okay. The reason for that is because isn't it better for your team that when you sign players that fits the scheme? That probably might be better. But is there anyone actually? I should probably be focusing more on that. Ooh, Caleb Kelly might be pretty good. Anyone? Braylon Copeland might be well as well. I got a jersey, and it was supposed to say Michigan State, but instead it said the New York Jets, and I just fell in love with the team there. So that's how I'm a Jets fan, and not a Lions fan. But I think I might go after Jason Pierre-Paul. As much, just for the memes. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Jason Pierre-Paul. There we go. Make a contract less than that. There we go. Corner. We need probably one corner. Interesting story, yeah. How does one get a Jets shirt instead of a Michigan State? I have no idea. Corners. Tremaine Johnson, one of the most overpaid players. Could I finish the whole comment from before? How did I become, since you are fans, you thought I would have been a Rangers fan for hockey. Or Knicks for basketball. Oh, okay. Basically, I think, if you're wondering that, it's just because I was born in Michigan, which is where I live, and that's why I'm a fan of the Tigers, Red Wings, and Pistons. And then the Jets got a Michigan. It was supposed to be a Michigan State like jersey thing with like your name on the back, one of those types of jerseys. Instead, it was a Jets jersey, and then when I saw it, I immediately just fell in love with the team. So that's really the whole story to that, and that's why I'm a fan. And then I became a Tigers fan, and then I sort of just became a Pistons and Red Wings fan because I was a Tigers fan. So I hate the Michigan Wolverines with a passion. You could say that. I don't hate them. Jets lost to the Bungles and the Dolphins. Yeah, no. I don't want to talk about it. Sean Melt. All right, I've just been doing. All right, we got to figure out some stuff. All right, so Tremaine Johnson, I'm not bringing him in. He is probably the most overpaid player in the NFL. I think I might bring in someone like Jimmy Smith or Joe Hayden. What do you guys think? Artie Burns, Grant Haley. 5'9" though. I think I might go with Worley here. 1-year contract. Worth about that. That's not a bad contract there. Free safety. We already brought it back. Revis. I don't need free safety. Strong safety. We can use some depth. Rashad Jones. That's who we're bringing in. Use Obamacare. All right. Kicker. We apparently have 2 kickers. That's interesting. I'm a Steelers fan. Became one because as a kid, they were the first team you saw play. Nice. I didn't have that same story. So we're not going to go after Trent Williams. So these are the negotiations. We have Brandon Brooks, Andrew Whitworth, Daryl Worley, Rashad Jones, Terrell Pryor, Kevin Pierre-Louis, Jordan Leggett, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Devin Kennard. So those are all the signings we're going to try to make. You're a Dolphins fan, so you understand how it feels to not be a competitive franchise until you hire. And Chris Greer. It's tough being a team that's like not a competitive team. I haven't really ever seen the Jets be in the playoffs, really. Isn't Jets and Michigan State 2 different football leagues? Yes. Michigan State is college, the Jets are the NFL. So how does that work? I don't know. Signings, we bring in Terrell Pryor. He's coming back. Kevin Pierre-Louis, Andrew Whitworth, and Brandon Brooks. All right. So we bring in 2 really good offensive linemen. So we get the replacement for Jason Peters for, I think, just only like $2 million more. And then Brandon Brooks. So this offensive line is looking really good. So next season we should be pretty good on the offensive line. Other than that, we got our tight end, or we need one more. Defensively, we have a really good team. We brought back, or actually no, right. So we need a corner, but we have some more. I'm guessing some of them. All right, we got to do some scouting. Bernard Rainey is one of the top defensive tackles. Maybe someone we go with. Picks, I have the 6th and the 32nd pick, and then the 2nd round pick, I have the 6th and 32nd. 3rd round, I have some 3rd rounds and a couple 4th rounds. So we have some good mid-round picks. All right, so I think I want to scout. Do I have all that running back scouted? Yes. Wide receiver and your receiver. All right, we're going to start scouting them. I have a little bit of a plan for this. Actually, I need to look more at speed for my plan to work. All right, 7th. 1st, all right. That is going to be a really good player. Trust me. He will probably become one of the best players in the series, maybe. You'll see in just a moment. I'll explain more later. But basically, or I'll just explain it now. I'm going to try to get a Terrell Pryor replacement because he is getting old. So negotiations, we still have some of these from Philadelphia but live in North Carolina. Nice. I mean, I'd rather be a Steelers fan than a Jets fan, but I do love the Jets. Since I'm a Madden fan, are you excited for the rumor that there's possibly going to bring back NCAA football as a video game? Yes, I am very excited for that game if it comes out. I play Maximum Football a bit, but I really want an actual NCAA game. All right, so we'll sim another week. All right, let's see what happens here. Possibly. All right, let's see what happens. We're advancing to the next week. And 5th-year options. All right, let's do some of these. Taven Bryan. I'm going to bring him back. I think he has the potential to be pretty good, so we're going to bring him back. In that case, would you like to pick up? Yes. All right. 5th-year option on Taven Bryan. That's really good. And then we have no others. Jason Pierre-Paul, Jordan Leggett, Rashard Jones, and Devon Kennard are all on the team now. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for all those for NCAA football to come back, possibly. Anything else? I think I want to scout more receivers. I want to finish up the wide receiver stuff, and then. But the reason for some of you, or if Josh, you're wondering why NCAA football, they don't make games anymore, it's just because of the fact that in the NCAA, people were making money from NCAA, and you can't really do that. When you do your next franchise mode for Madden 20, can you please do the Dolphins and try to rebuild them? I'm going to be sticking with the Jaguars, but I am going to be doing some off-season rebuilds. So I could do the Dolphins. But for Madden 21, I don't know who my next team will be. I have some teams in mind, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we're going to advance to week 4. So we're going to advance to the last week, I believe, of scouting. So we're pretty much done with free agency. Hopefully Worley comes in, and it looks like he's going to be a free agent to start off. All right, I'll probably have to bring him in. All right, so we need a cornerback. We need some depth, and we also need defensive tackle. Being from Philly, you would think you're Eagles and 76ers fan. Now you're a Flyers fan? Nice. I'm not the biggest into NHL or hockey, so I don't know a lot of stuff about it. I just know that the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup. Alright, so we're going to scroll down here. Since I play football games on my video game system, do I ever remember if Arena Football League had a video game? I've heard of the game, but I've never played it. But I have heard of it. I've heard it. I don't know how fun it is, but I assume it's a pretty fun game. Ooh. How good is he? Alright. Maybe someone we go after. Who knows? We may be able to get a hidden round gem. Alright. Last week of scouting until we headed to the NFL draft. Alright. View free agency recap. Let's see what happened. Alright. James White is a free agent. We're going to go to... Alright, so... Brandon Brooks. Trent Williams goes to the Cardinals, so we wouldn't be able to get him. Deshaun Watson is going to the Los Angeles Chargers. Alright, so the replacement of Phillip Rivers, Samsung Ebukam is going to the Washington Redskins. Tevin Coleman's going to the Dolphins. So, Anthony, maybe you're happy about that one. Sammy Watkins to the Patriots. Taylor Moton to the Buccaneers. Michael Brockers to the Dolphins as well. A new college game. Maximum Football. I think gameplay-wise, it's not the best. But, gameplay-wise, it's not the best. But for, like, an actual Dynasty mode, it's pretty fun. But if you're planning on playing the game, or if you're looking to play an NCAA game, I'd rather go with NCAA 14. Or if you're looking more to just do rebuilds and stuff, then Maximum Football is a good one. What's my opinion on, do I think the NFL would benefit to use the Arena Football as a developmental league for quarterbacks when they draft them? Maybe that could be the case for an actual minor league. But that would be pretty beneficial for the NFL, I think. That's not actually a bad idea. Anyone else? Alright, so Derek Barnett, the Bengals. Any Jets signings at all? Jets just didn't want to do free agency. Oh, nope, they got Jermaine Johnson back. I don't really like him. And Ziggy Ansah, alright. Former Lion. Alright, let's get on to the NFL draft. I do not want to simulate. So, the first pick is going to the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, you love NCAA 14. I do not have it. I wish I did. And I would be doing a series on it. Wish it was on Xbox One, same. With the first pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Bernard Rainey, defensive tackle out of Alabama. So the best player is going to go on the first pick. Because when teams that the quarterback doesn't succeed, they continuously draft one until they find a good quarterback. Isn't that Colin Cowherd's thing with quarterbacks? I thought he said something about that. Draft the guy, or draft quarterbacks until you find the guy. It's an interesting strategy, but I don't think NFL teams should really do it. Because it's kind of just a waste of draft picks, but you also probably get draft picks for trading them. With the second pick, the Denver Broncos select Deacon Peters, right end out of Clemson. Let me just make sure any of the guys I really... Gilbert Peck is someone I want. Floyd Mack, maybe. I don't know how good Ngakoue will be. Who do I want here? Alright. We'll see when it comes up to our board. With the third pick, the Washington Redskins select Floyd Mack. Alright, so they didn't take the guy we wanted, but he's a 76 overall. I think I might have to trade up for Gilbert Peck. I think he's a beast of a player. Anyone else? Yeah, I think I might have to trade up for him. Alright, so I think we might have to trade up. If we don't, whatever. Fourth pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Gilbert Peck, and he goes at 4. So we had a chance to get a really good defensive end. But the thing is that we already have so much good defensive talent. With the fifth pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Roy Howe, right outside linebacker out of Alabama. Taking a look at the team, though, I want to take a look at this. What running back? We do need a couple. I forgot to sign one, which I was supposed to. DJ Chark is back, so we don't need a receiver, but do I have Obamacare on my team? No, he's in this draft class. Go Steelers, always go with D. I think I'm going to have to go with defensive tackle. The problem is, what is Yannick Ngakwe's overall when I switch him to defensive tackle? Does he go up, or does he go down dramatically? If he goes up, then I know, or I might know who I'm going with. But if he doesn't, alright, edit player. Save changes. Let's see if he goes up at all. He might. Let's see. He's going to be an 84 overall. Do I want to put him there, though? Alright, let's see who's on the board. Alright. So there is Spencer Pulley. I'm not interested in drafting a receiver. Corner, Arthur Nix. Michael Harrison. Could move Josh Allen to the defensive line. But Dakota Britton. Chandler McGlaughlin. But we have Andrew Whitworth. This was the guy I would have gone with. Right tackle might be a need. Right. I think here we're going to go with... Should I go with Michael Harrison? I think he'd be better. He's had a really good combine, but we're going to be taking him really early. But I don't want to pass up on him. So yes in the chat for yes. No in the chat for draft someone else. Do I think the Jaguars are going to draft a quarterback this year? Because I feel like... I think Gardner Minshew is fine. I don't think they'll go with a quarterback. Alright. We might go with Michael Harris. Yes, draft him, but is he the best available? Is he the best route? I think he's the best route slide linebacker available. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to draft... I think Josh Jackson is worse. Corner, there are some good ones. Free safety, probably not. Strong safety, no. Quarterback, no. Halfback, no. Fullback, no. Receiver, I don't need a receiver. Tight end. Left tackle, this is the problem. I want to draft this guy. I think he's a really good player. But the fact that we have Andrew Whitworth, I feel like we'll have a better offensive lineman next draft. I heard rumors with the NFL that the Raiders are willing to give the Dolphins 2 first-round picks for number 5 this year. Who would they want in number 5, though? That's the question. That left guard looks really good. Center, we don't need one. I think here we're going to go with... Alright. With the 6th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Michael Harrison, right outside linebacker out of LSU. 72 overall with hidden development. Alright. He's going to be a starter. We're going to move Yannick Ngakoue to the defensive tackle position and move Josh Allen to the defensive line. That's what we're going to do here. I think this is a solid pick for us. We're going to go with Tua. What are they going to do with Derek Carr, though? All right, with the 7th pick, the 49ers select Spencer Pulley. That would be mad crazy. Don't the Dolphins already have 2 number 1 picks? They have already 2 first-round picks. I think from the Steelers and from themselves. They might actually have a 3rd, but I could be wrong. With the 8th pick, the Falcons select Arthur Nix, cornerback out of Auburn. With the next pick, with the 9th pick, the Oakland Raiders select Kalen Brown, right end out of Notre Dame, with the 10th pick. Hopefully the left tackle isn't higher than who you just drafted. I'm hoping not. As much as I want to draft him, maybe you'll still be on the board. Let's hope for that. With the 10th pick, the New York Jets select. They draft another bust. Left end, 66 overall out of Syracuse. The Jets do that. They reach big time. With the 11th pick, the Buffalo Bills select Alex McGowan, cornerback out of Oregon State. With the 12th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Terrence Winslow, right outside linebacker out of Kansas State. I want to check on that left tackle. I don't know if I don't trust the Vikings, as in, I don't know if they're going to take him here, but he doesn't seem like he's going to go. There is that guy as well. If we get him, perfect. And then we're probably going to trade one of our players. We might trade Whitworth or let him develop. With the 13th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Daryl Madden, wide receiver out of Yale. So an Ivy League player, is going to go in the first round. In the top 15, in fact. That is not a pick you're going to want to make. They have 3 first-round picks. We have one from the... Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Laramie Tunsil trade. With the 14th pick, the Detroit Lions select William Goodman, tight end out of Louisville. So you have TJ Hawkinson, and now you have William Goodman. That's going to be an interesting offense they have there in Detroit. With the 15th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Reggie Molden, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. With the 16th pick, the New York Giants select Clinton Delmas, center out of Oregon. With the 17th pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jerry Banks, cornerback out of Rice. Do I trust the Seahawks? Do I want to go with... Oh, do I want to trade up here and just take them? Go Ducks, I swear. You hope Justin Herbert isn't a bust? I think he can be pretty good. I think, at first, I had him going to the Titans in my first mock draft, this was before Ryan Tannehill being a beast. But now I can see him not taking a quarterback. With the 18th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Chandler McLaughlin, 74 overall out of Oklahoma State. I was going to trade for this pick. Decided not to. That's going to be pretty costly. With the 19th pick, the Houston Texans select Joshua Cota, quarterback out of Texas. The next, Deshaun Watson out of Texas. With the 20th pick, the LA Chargers select Cam Fitzpatrick. That's a solid pick. 75 overall out of Stanford. With the 21st pick, the New England Patriots select Parker McQueen, quarterback out of Florida State. So the Patriots get their next Tom Brady, but will he become that next Tom Brady? Only time will tell. With the 22nd pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Isaac Cox, right tackle out of Tennessee, a really good pick. But does he have the development, though? Because usually offensive linemen, you never see them have, superstar. It's usually, quick. With the 23rd pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Jermaine Galloway, right end out of USC. That is not a very good pick, unless he has developed. With the 24th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select Wesley Givens, right end out of Notre Dame. So that's not a good pick at all. Again, with the 25th pick, the Chicago Bears select Stanley Armstrong, quarterback out of Tennessee. So 2 Tennessee quarterbacks are going to go in the first round. That's kind of interesting. What happened there? But that's the replacement to Mitchell Trubisky. With the 26th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Donald Chavos. I probably mispronounced that, but he's the left end out of Texas. I agree with one of your fans in the chat that the trade would be crazy. The Dolphins would have 4 picks in the first round this year. That is true, and that would be a very good pick. Welcome back to the stream. It's Eclipse. With the 27th pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Ellis Hills, defensive tackle out of Missouri. With the 28th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Russ Hodges, cornerback out of Oregon. With the 29th pick, the Cleveland Browns select Josh Jackson, left outside linebacker out of California. With the 30th pick, the LA Rams select Devontae Hackett, defensive tackle out of Texas Tech. With the 31st pick, the New Orleans Saints select Wesley Irons, left outside linebacker out of FAU. Do I know what the record for most of the first-round picks in the draft is? I would assume, is it 4? Or is it 3? It's probably like 3 or 4. I'd say 3 or 4. I don't know what the record is, though, on the top of my head. With the 32nd pick, so now we got some holes to fill, I feel like. Defensive tackle is a big need. Marquise Griffin, but we already have defensive line, though. Yannick Ngakoue. Anyone? Rayvon McCullough, he's someone I've been looking at. Tom McShay has Chase Young going number 1 and Joe Burrow number 2. So would Bengals getting Chase at number 1 be more important than getting Burrow? I'd say Burrow is a bit more important than Chase Young. I think both of them are really good players, though. So it's going to be a tough choice. But I think Joe Burrow is the better quarterback or better player. I don't see another franchise quarterback on the board being good. All right, I don't know who I'm going to go with here. I think I'm going to go with right end. Anyone else? All right, let's go with scouted because that'd be better. Anyone that I want here, offensive line. I think we're going to go with Rayvon McCullough here. He has really good stats. And with the 32nd pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Rayvon McCullough, cornerback out of Illinois. He's a 77 overall with hidden development. That's a really good pick. Number 3, so I'm going to have to change that number. You want fighter 11 to be Guiji? Nice. Rayvon McCullough is really good, and he's ranked number 2nd in the draft. So we get him. So that's going to be the way we end the first round. I don't know how I feel about Yannick Ngakoue at defensive tackle, though. I really don't know. Do I want to keep him there? But I think Josh Allen would be better at the defensive end spot. So we're going to just move him to the right end. Hopefully this works out. All right end. Maybe he goes up, maybe he goes down. Let's see. And let's go to defense. 86 overall. All right, and so we're going to have a pretty good defense still. Offensively, we need not much on offense, actually. All right. First pick of the second round, the Tennessee Titans select Joe Reedy, cornerback out of Tulane. With the second pick, the Denver Broncos select Julian Elliott, tight end out of Wisconsin. With the third pick, the Washington Redskins select Marquise Griffin, right out of Michigan. And with the fourth pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Dakota Britton out of Harvard. Who do I think, other than Steve, will make it into Smash? I don't know. CBS Sports has Burrow going 1 to Bengals and Chase to Washington. Yeah, I'd say that. I say Burrow first, Chase Young second. With the fifth pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Adrian Miller, left end out of Penn State. And with the sixth pick, now we can make some big move. We can maybe make a big move. Who is here that we can take? Scouted. Anything I want to bring in? Casey Bennett. I don't know how good those stats would be, though. Raphael Kitchens. Jamarius Clemens has really good stats, but how good can he be? Red Tiller. What about some of those offensive linemen? All right, I think we're going to go with Rashard Everett here. Late first rounder. Has the good stats. He's 24 years old, though, but he's a left guard. We're going to move him possibly the right guard. So with the sixth pick of the second round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Rashard Everett. 71 overall, but he has normal development. Dang. I think it's a good pick, but we kind of reached there, I feel. Hopefully that pick that the Steelers just got develops higher than normal. Hopefully. I get Rashard Everett, who isn't the greatest. 7th pick, the San Francisco 49ers select Vaughn Tubbs. The 8th pick, the Falcons select Kenya Hobbs, free safety out of Maryland. With the 9th pick, the Oakland Raiders select D. Hewitt out of FAU. With the 10th pick, the New York Jets select Casey Bennett. That was someone who we were going to go with. With the 11th pick, the Buffalo Bills select Jakari Allen, strong safety out of Alabama. With the 12th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Justin Morrison, cornerback out of Wyoming. With the 13th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Lee Chancey, left end out of FAU. With the 14th pick, the Detroit Lions select Tremaine Killings out of Michigan State. With the 15th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Sammy Carroll, left end out of Oregon State. Not many good picks in the second round. There goes Darryl Toll, free safety out of Connecticut. With the 17th pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Derek Ramsey, left tackle out of Tulane. With the 18th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Brandon Wimbley, cornerback out of Temple. With the 19th pick, the Houston Texans select Raymond Fowler, cornerback out of Buffalo. In your Steelers franchise, Cam Newton is with the Giants in the 2024-2025 season. Dang. He'd be pretty old, though, by that time. With the 20th pick in the second round, the LA Chargers select Eric McKinnon, 6'5" overall, tight end out of LSU. With the 21st pick, the New England Patriots select Darion Reese, wide receiver out of Lafayette. With the 22nd pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Vince McDougald, quarterback out of TCU. With the 23rd pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Paul Barnhart, right outside linebacker out of Iowa State. With the 24th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select Sal Donaghy, center out of North Carolina State. With the 25th pick, the Chicago Bears select Jamarius Clemens, right end out of Wake Forest. That was someone who I was also looking at. With the 26th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Harmon McDougall, wide receiver out of Oregon. With the 27th pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Terrence Stamer, left outside linebacker out of Pittsburgh. With the 28th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Dante Barrow, strong safety out of Fresno State. With the 29th pick, the Cleveland Browns select Davon Nalbone, right tackle out of Georgia Tech. With the 30th pick, the LA Rams select Wade Gordon, halfback out of Vanderbilt. That is not a good pick. With the 31st pick, the New Orleans Saints select Reed Tiller, 68 overall, right guard out of Washington State. So now we have the 32nd pick. Still, we have some holes on this team. And there is that tight end hole that we want to look for. But I don't know if he's going to go yet. And I feel like I don't want to reach here. Defensively, we have our outside linebackers. We're good there. Defensive tackle, I don't know how well Yannick Ngakoue will do there. Hold on. How much does he weigh? Yeah, he's got to be a bit heavier to play defensive tackle. He might not be as good, which might be a problem. But if he does well, then maybe even we trade Mike. If he doesn't do well, then maybe we have to make some moves. We need a corner here as well. Or we don't need a corner, but I think here we're going to go with that wide receiver that we talked about earlier. That fight, or is there anyone else out of early second round talent? Alright, I don't think we're going to go with receiver here, actually. Tight end, don't need. Left tackle, I don't want to take a left tackle now. left guard, right tackle, left end, defensive tackle. There is Obamacare, who was a creative player, and we're gonna go with him here. The 32nd pick in the second round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Obamacare. This was a creative player by Nick Tenlengo, or formerly known as Josh. So he's going to be a 73 overall with hidden development. Ratings, not bad. It's just he's so small for the position, and he's 5'9". He's a 5'9", 236-pound defensive tackle. I don't know how well that's going to work. But it's going to be a young, talented player. With the first pick of the third round, the Tennessee Titans select Jamal Wheeler, middle linebacker out of Ole Miss. With the second pick of the third round, the Denver Broncos select Yandre Houston. So he finally goes off the board. I just nagged. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Why did I just pick him? We needed another defensive tackle, I felt like. If Yannick Ngakoue doesn't work out, then we have him to rely on. And he has hidden development, so it's not a bad pick. Welcome to the stream, my friend. With the third pick, the Washington Redskins select Titus Lucas, wide receiver out of San Jose State. With the fourth pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Tim Howard, quarterback out of USC. So they pick a quarterback when they have Kyler Murray. With the fifth pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kerry Briggs, halfback out of UCF. With the sixth pick, the Green Bay Packers select Kevin Hill, halfback out of Rice. With the seventh pick, the San Francisco 49ers select Raphael Kitchens, wide receiver out of New Mexico. With the eighth pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Tyson Myers, halfback out of Wisconsin. With the ninth pick, the Oakland Raiders select Jordan Glanton, quarterback out of Northern Illinois. With the 10th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Benjamin Sherwood, cornerback out of South Carolina. With the 11th pick, the Buffalo Bills select Jerry Barnhart, quarterback out of Washington. So they get a backup QB to Josh Allen. With the 12th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Marvin Fowler, wide receiver out of Washington State. Was that the guy I was looking at? Hopefully not. I think it might have been. Yeah, I think he was. Crap. Alright. So, we don't get him. Maybe Denzel Bean? Who do I go with? Or who do I go with? Oh, no, never mind. Denzel Brewer is still on the board. So light, though. 179 pounds. 176. Alright. With the 13th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Jadon Dane, quarterback out of Colorado. With the 14th pick, the Detroit Lions select Keon Phillips, cornerback out of Oklahoma. With the 15th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Kendall Ross, left outside linebacker out of Wisconsin. So now I feel like we should take him. Great wide receiver, I feel like, Denzel Brewer. He has the speed of what I want him. And the reason for that is he is going to be the Terrell Pryor replacement. We are going to be moving him to tight end. So with the 16th pick of the third round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Denzel Brewer. And it's going to be a 65 overall with normal development. That could work out, though. 93 speed. He doesn't have the catching, though, which is kind of disappointing. But he has really good speed. Maybe we get someone later in the draft. With the 17th pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Stanley DeBose. With the 18th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Mitch Carradine. With the 19th pick, the Houston Texans select Keontae Wilds, halfback out of Southern Illinois. Or Southern, I think I read that wrong. I think it said Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas. My bad. With the 20th pick, the LA Chargers select Blair Mills, 55 overall. That's Nathan Peterman overall. Out of Columbia. So with the 21st pick, what do I go with here? I don't want to go with Anton Mason, but if it really means we have to take 2 wide receivers. All right, we got to check what's scouting. Anyone that I really liked here? A couple left guards. There was a defensive tackle here as well. We have a little bit of competition. I think that might be the choice. Michigan State has really good stats. But I don't know if we're going to go with him, especially since we have Obamacare. I think we're going to go with... Is Anton Mason really worth it here? I think it's more worth it to go with... You know what? We're going to take a reach here. This might be a really bad idea, but I'm going to go with Ron Shepard here. So with the 21st pick in the 3rd round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Ron Shepard. 71 overall, but he has normal development. So he's going to be good depth on the defensive line. That's not going to be bad. All right, I will take that. Good pick. With the 22nd pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Shaquille Carter, wide receiver out of Miami. 23rd. With the 23rd pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Mark Dorsey, left guard out of Iowa. That was someone we could have gone with, but instead, now with this pick, who do we go with here? Anton Mason is still on the board. We might go with him. I don't know how good he's going to be, though. Okay, we're going to have to make some... Why so many defensive tackles? I just had a gut feeling about him. But I just had that weird feeling. I don't know if do I go with Anton Mason or if I go with an offensive lineman. He looks really good. A late 2nd rounder. But I also really like that receiver. I think we're going to go with Anton Mason. With the 24th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Anton Mason. 66 overall, not much better. But he has 94 speed. He has a... that's disappointing. I thought he had better be better. With the 25th pick, the Chicago Bears select... Went with the guy I would have gone with. 68 overall, Tulane. With the 26th pick, the Carolina Panthers select... Sherman Randall, left tackle out of Ohio. With the 27th pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Trayvon Bayer out of Middle Tennessee State. Welcome to the stream of R&P. Just getting through the... We are at the draft right now. With the 28th pick, the Buffalo Bills select Jamichael Starks out of Idaho State. I said that really wrong. With the 29th pick, the Cleveland Browns select Frederick Preston, right outside linebacker out of Liberty. With the 30th pick, the LA Rams select Corin Hardesty, left end out of Stanford. With the 31st pick, and the Saints select a 58 overall out of Central Michigan. That is not a good pick. So with the 32nd pick, we have some interesting options in the 3rd round. There are some offensive linemen I want. I think we're going to go with this. We're going to go with Jordan Morrison. He has really good stats. He probably will be at best a 70 overall. Probably at best a 70 overall. But has really good stats. We could get really lucky here. We only really had 3 hidden developments. Got all the gold stars on 150cc on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe earlier. Nice. So with the 32nd pick, to end off the 3rd round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jordan Morrison, left tackle. And he has a 69 overall with hidden development. Perfect. 6'7", and my gut feeling, and I get a really good left tackle. I will take that definitely, especially since we got Andrew Whitworth. We have our left tackle for the future with this pick. I'm glad we got Whitworth in free agency. So we're going to sim up to my pick. All right. With this pick, I think we're going to go with... what do we have scouted? Any others? We could go with Rashawn Powell. I think that's who I'll go with. Any others? Red receiver. I don't want to take another risk. Maybe later rounds. Right tackle, left guard. Might have to take them later. I think with this pick, we're going to go with Rashawn Powell. Or actually, no, I don't want to go with Rashawn Powell. I think I'm going to go with, we're going to go with Taylor or Treylon McLean, because I think we haven't gone with the right tackle. Yeah. With the fourth pick of the fourth round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Treylon McLean, a right tackle, 70 overall with normal development. I will take that. Good depth at the position. We need depth, and that's what we got in that pick. All right, so we're going to sim to my next user pick. All right, so the Saints get a really bad quarterback out of Ohio State. All right, so here, I don't know who I want to go with. Or I think I might know. The running back went off the board. All right, we might have to take a risk when it comes to running back. All right, but we'll see what happens. I think we're going to go with another. I don't know if I want to go with another offensive lineman. I think I'm going to take Vernon McKinney, just because of the fact we can move him to right guard. So with the 32nd pick of the fourth round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Vernon McKinney out of Alabama. 69 overall with normal development. Not bad depth. We'll move him. We'll have a couple guards. All right, we're going to be simming to the next user pick. All right, so with this pick, who do we decide to go with here? I think I might go with a running back, which may be the most logical solution. There is a defensive tackle. There's a left tackle still on the board that's pretty good. Do I go with him, though? Has first-round talent. I think we go with him here with the 22nd pick in the fifth round. The Jacksonville Jaguars select Wes Lindholm, 72 overall with normal development, and we picked him at 150. So we're getting some really good players. It's just they don't have the development, which is kind of disappointing. But I'll take him. He's a really good overall, and we'll have good depth. All right, we can sim up. All right, second pick. We'll do what we did earlier. Who do we decide to go with here? We could take running back, which is what I might do. But there's a fullback on the board that I just want to take now. So with the second pick of the sixth round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Adrian Reyes, a fullback out of Ohio. 70 overall with normal development, but he's just going to be that fullback. And he has some good speed. Maybe we can incorporate him in the offense. All right, with the third pick of the sixth round, the Washington Redskins select DeMarco Rose. With the fourth pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Richard Baker. With the fifth pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Caleb Shaw, middle linebacker out of Charleston Southern. So with the sixth pick, what do we decide to do here? I think we go running back. Quentin Mahaffey. Any good guys with good combines? Hmm. 6.4, 6.5, 7.0. Do we take him, though, in the sixth round? I think more of we'll see what happens. He had a really good combine, though. You know what? Let's take the risk. I don't think there's not really much else. So with this pick, he is projected to be the worst running back, but he has a really good one. So I think we go him here. 63 overall with normal development. Does he have good carrying? Good speed. Decent, actually. Good carrying, though. That's 76 carrying. Could work. Catching. What does he have for catching? 65. So he's not going to be a receiving back. But he can be someone we can work in the offense, possibly. All right, so we're going to sim to the next pick. All right, who do we decide to go with here? We already got a running back. Tight end, we got a receiver tight end type thing. I think here we go with more wide receiver. I think we take a risk here. Let's go with this middle linebacker. Danny Lacy out of Beth Cookman. It's an interesting college name. 53 overall, normal development. Not a very good player. Probably will get cut most likely. And that is the last pick. So we're going to be advancing to the end of the draft. So that is our draft. Wasn't as good as season 1, but we still got good players. We still got some players that could possibly be developmental. Right, so we got DeAndre Swift is going to be available to play this season. All right. Draft recap. Let's take a look at this. So with our first round pick, we went with Michael Harrison. And he has really good stats. I think he can be really good. And then we went with Rayvon McCullough, 77 overall, hidden development. He's going to be possibly the slot corner for year number 1, for this year. Rashard Everett, a left guard out of West Virginia, 71 overall, normal development. Obamacare, 73 overall with hidden development. However, he's really small for the position, so I don't know how well it's going to go, but if he can be pretty good, then, obviously he can be decent. Denzel Brewer in the 3rd round, 65 overall. He was a bust. He has speed, though, so he may be able to become that tight end position. Ron Shepard at defensive tackle, and he was an overall not a bad player. I think he's good depth, and we need some depth. Anton Mason out of Wyoming, not much better, 66 overall. 94 speed, 89 acceleration, but he has good. I guess he's pretty much the same player. Jordan Morrison, left tackle out of Baylor. He had 69 overall. He was a 69 overall with hidden development. So he was we got 4 hidden developments in the draft, which I'll take. And he's going to be someone who we put at the second string. Traylon McLean, a 70 overall with normal development. Not bad player, good depth. Then we went with Vernon McKinney, 69 overall out of Alabama with normal development. Then we went with Wes Lidham, a left tackle out of Georgia, 72 overall. So we got some pretty good offensive linemen. Then we went with Adrian Reyes, fullback out of Ohio. So I'm guessing a former Ohio Bobcat. And then we went with Ricardo Ellison, who has pretty good speed. Could be someone we go with mixed in on the offense. And then we went with Danny Lacy, middle linebacker, probably going to get cut. So we're going to sim to the preseason week 1. And then we're going to make some changes to some player positions. All right, so let's see what happens here. All right. And this is not a bad offense. I think we're going to move one of those players to tight end. But we got to get that guy who has hidden development some time, so we're going to put him at the right tackle number 2. So this is our offense. Not a bad offense. Defensively, this defense, Yannick Ngakoue, I really am hesitant about him playing defensive tackle, but I want to give Harrison some playing time, and Mike Donna is 73 overall. We'll see how it works. Maybe Donna might be able to play defensive tackle. Let's check that out. Maybe we'll put him there instead of defensive end. Maybe he's just better at the defensive tackle position. And then we can move Yannick Ngakoue back out. I feel more comfortable with that. He is a 70 overall. All right. I'd rather have him start. I'll have him, yeah. So I'll have him right there. Ngakoue will be a left end. And then right end will be Josh Allen. So we get a really good defensive end there. So Yannick Ngakoue, defensive ends. We got a really good defensive line. And then Obamacare, we're going to move Mike Donna in front of him. I want Donna to get some playing time. Cornerbacks, we got Rayvon McCullough. And we also have Moreland, who we might sign a corner. And that's pretty much it. So that's basically the off-season stream. Thank you all so much for coming out to this stream. Monday will be probably week 1 of season 3. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. And peace.